How we doing, guys? Dime here, and today the World Athletic Foundation has banned transgender athletes from track and field and other sports. Make sure you got smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to give my opinions and thoughts on this. Now, obviously, when you go into the article or whatever, it says World Athletic bans transgender athletes from track and tightens testosterone rules. Transgender women, well, men, because they're not women, we live in a delusional society. These are not women. These are men. These are men pretending to be something that they're not. Once again, be who you are. You're not a woman. You're a man. Biologically, you cannot change that no matter how you can put on a wig, dress, whatever you want to do. You cannot change the fact that you're a man, and you really stand out like a sore thumb when you actually look at an actual female and a man, because transgender is a stupid word. You're a man. You're a man pretending to be something that you're not. That's not trans. You're just fucking crazy. So, getting into this, transgender women who have gone through male puberty will be excluded from female world ranking track events, while athletes with differences in sex development will face new regulations, World Athletics announced Thursday. This is a good thing because, right, if you think about it, right, you could be a man, right? Just be a man and put on a wig and say you're transgender and go compete against women and beat women and just dust them in a race. How is that fair? How is that fair to the women, the actual biological women that go out and put in that work, actually train to be the best track star they could be, and they get beat by somebody who is biologically stronger than them? Men are biologically stronger than women. I know a lot of women don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Men are biologically stronger than women, and a man that just go, well, yes, a man who puts on a wig and a dress and goes out there and runs track and field can just smoke these women, and they get the women's title. Really? This just shows how stupid of a society we live in. Look at why is this even a thing? This shouldn't even be coming up on this. This should have been banned a long time ago. During a press conference, World Athletics President Sebastian Coe described the decision as a decisive action to protect the female category in our sport, and I 100% agree with that. Because honestly, it would just get out of control. What are we gonna have? What are we gonna have? Male players playing against female soccer players? Really? You're gonna put a male player out on playing against females? Really? And act like that's normal? Come on. Well, not normal, but just no. And call them a woman when they're a man biologically makes no sense. According to council's statement, there are currently no transgender athletes competing internationally in athletics, and consequently no specific evidence on the impact these athletes would have on the fairness of female competition in athletics. In order to continue research for transgender eligibility guidelines, the council announced a soon-to-come working group to determine how impacted athletes can still be included. We're not saying no forever, Coe said. Oh, of course they're not going to say no forever, because this right here is just what it is. It's just like a little band-aid. Of course they're not going to say no forever, because see, they're going in their books, they're going in here, and they're thinking, how can we put these men in these women's sports and brainwash people and get away with it? How can we do this? They have to go in a meeting somewhere, or women into men's sports, which makes no sense because a woman going into a man's sport, we've seen that, and they get beat to the ground. So, and I think it was in boxing, a woman tried to box a man or whatever. I don't know if it was some MMA thing, and she got curb stomped, Seth Rollins style. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, we live in a society of delusional people. It's getting ridiculous now. In June of last year, FINA rolled out similar rules restricting the participation of transgender swimmers in women's events. At the time, the governing body presented the developing idea of open competition category to accommodate impacted athletes. Similarly to track, there were no transgender swimmers participating in elite levels of competition at the time. The decision notably impacted Penn swimmer Leah Thomas, who became the first transgender NCAA champion, whatever. Thomas met NCAA standards. Thomas met NCAA standards for completion after undergoing testosterone suppression. Okay, for more than 2 years, and expressed hopes to compete. Why can't you just be a man and compete against men? Why can't you just go out there and get your ass kicked and compete against men? Why can't you be a man like you actually are and stop trying to pretend you're something that you're not? Let's just get real here. I'm tired of sugarcoating. Let's stop sugarcoating. I'm done sugarcoating, man. Because it's ridiculous. We live in a brain dead society. Like, honestly, this video might get taken down. I'm tired. Like, it's ridiculous now. This is loony shit. Come on, people. Seriously. Even if Thomas had not graduated in May, he would have not been allowed to continue at the collegiate level since the NCAA said in January it would defer to the national and international bodies. They always got these splainings and things. World Athletics has DST athletes. World Athletics has also reduced the testosterone threshold. According to the council, 13 athletes will be impacted by the change. Two-time Olympic champion at 800 meters. She was assigned female at birth and identifies as a woman. Her naturally higher testosterone levels have barred her from the 800 since 2019. She has since competed in longer events. Now, right, when you look at this picture, right, you tell me you can't see who's a man and who's a woman, like, just based on body build. Look at this dude's arms compared to these females. No woman is looking like that. That's built like that. Let's get real, people. Come on. It's so dumb. They think we're stupid, man. They think people are stupid. I'm not the one. I'm not stupid. I'm not falling for this. This is ridiculous. DST athletes were once required to reduce their blood testosterone level below 9 nanomoles per liter. The mark has now been lowered to 2.5. Athletes are now being required to remain under that threshold for 2 years in order to compete internationally. DST athletes were already competing in previously unrestricted events and will be granted interim provisions. This will require them to suppress their testosterone level. So this is just talking about them suppressing their testosterone levels, maybe for the women with higher testosterone. But no, they're going to try to make a comeback and try in a way to get these men to compete in these women's sports, or vice versa, women to compete in men's sports. And it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's loony. It's absolutely loony, and that's really all I have to say about it. It's just ridiculous at this point. And women should not be competing in men's sports, and men should not be competing in women's sports. It's fine, like, you know, when you're playing recreation or whatever, men and women can play together, but you even see it in that level. Even in recreation, soccer, football, basketball, it doesn't matter. Whatever sport, men dominate women. When you're a man, when you're playing against a woman, I tone it down even like 20% because I know I can steamroll a female to the ground, but why am I going to do that? Why? That makes no sense. Now, some females can actually get out there and body bang who had brothers growing up, or can actually take hits, or can actually, you know, get out there and body bang. But nah, the vast majority of these, no, man. So yeah, but yeah, nah, there is no transgender. It's just mental problems. That's a mental issue that people have, because you can't be something that you're not. You're not a woman if you were born a man, and you're not a man if you were born a woman. Let's get serious out here. And that's all I gotta say. It's been Bud Diamond, see you guys, and I'm out. Peace.